Okay, welcome to our Lunch and Learn, guys. I'm so excited it's May. And of course, I'm so excited because it's my birthday. So we get to celebrate a new month. And of course, it's my birthday. I should do my Lunch and Learn training with my hat on. You guys might love me even more. But I got up this morning and you're going to crack up, but I put this song on to wake my kids up. Okay, and that. Anyways, thought I'd add a little fun to our lunch and learn today. Okay, so we have so much to celebrate. April was a great month. I'm so proud of everybody. We actually doubled our sponsoring numbers. How cool is that? And I just want to share some names to celebrate some success. So we have new district manager, Maria Alvarado over in Nashville, Tennessee. Congratulations to her. And yay! She has 2 boys that are in school, and she works full-time as a nurse practitioner, and she really wants more time at home. She wants to go down to part-time. That's her goal. And with Arbonne being the way to do that. So I know she's going to do that. I'm really excited for her. And also congratulations to Brooke Bookman, Tiffany's daughter. How cool is it that your 18-year-old daughter who's about to graduate high school joins you in the business and promotes to district immediately like that? And Tiffany's like, she is so savvy on social media. It's like these kids, they can communicate in a whole different way than I know I can. So congratulations to you, Brooke. We're really just celebrating all the good stuff. So in qualification, we have Denise Cottle, who's underneath Debbie Shilong, and why am I forgetting her sponsor? Dina. And then we have Kirsty McGrath, who's under Tiffany, and also Destiny Hirschberger. So they are in qualification for district manager. Yay! And then we have district manager bonus earners. I know Michelle at the very end pulled it out. Michelle Olthen, congratulations on earning your district manager bonus, an extra $200 cash in your paycheck. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? And then we have Gretchen Ludwig. She got her bonus as well, and Tiffany did too. And I earned my bonus too, and my area bonus. So isn't that awesome too? So the sponsoring is up and up and up, which is really exciting. And I haven't seen Arbonne put a special out yet. Guys, if you ever see the special coming out and you see it first, post it on our page. I thought I would see something yesterday, but I don't know if you guys have seen anything yet. I actually haven't gone on the computer today. But so if you see something, post it there. I like to announce the fun specials. Arbonne always has something fun going on for us, like a little incentive to work for. Also, I want to recognize a $2,500 and minimum of 1 new consultant. And we had several people do that last month. We had Destiny Hirschberger did it, Maria Alvarado did it, Michelle Olthen did it, Brooke Bookman did it. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, let me know. But congratulations on those people. Sponsoring, you want to minimally sponsor 5 people every month and focus on getting consultants on your team, new consultants, and focus on upgrading those customers you already have to consultant, because they will buy more and they will be purchasing more. They will be purchasing more and they'll be more committed customer. And then I just want to do some shout outs on sponsoring because let's see, Gretchen was our top in sponsoring with 9 people last month. Way to go. Congratulations, Gretchen. That is awesome. Maria did sponsored 8 people, and Destiny sponsored 6. So congratulations, ladies. You were the top 3 in sponsoring. Also some shout outs for sponsoring. Amy Davison, who's right here. Karen, congratulations. Angela, Tiffany, Michelle, way to go, guys. And I think that's it. So I want to hop in today and share just a little bit about this book that I just finished reading. I know you can't read it, it's backwards, but it's called I Am Enough. And I heard about it from our upline, Dina Wilkinson. And she was sharing with us, we do a VP coaching that I'm a part of every couple of weeks. We get on together and she coaches us as vice presidents. And she was recommending this book. It's called I Am Enough, Mark Your Mirror and Change Your Life. And she said it was such a good book. And I have to tell you, I read it really fast. It's a quick read. And also, it's just packed with powerful information. And I wanted to share a few things that I learned from it. I highly recommend you read it yourself, but it's by a lady named Marissa Peer. And she is a therapist, I don't know what I would call her. I don't know if she has her PhD. She probably does, but she has helped like thousands of people. I mean, from Olympic athletes to celebrities to just everyday ordinary people like us, and to help people with their mindset. And so many people have or struggle with this being enough. And I can say the same for me. I've struggled with that myself. I think it's something we all have deep down inside, some feelings of not enoughness. And you guys can probably relate to me, right? I'm not the only one. So she says in this book that there's two main needs for us as humans. And the two main needs are to find connection and to avoid rejection. Do you find that to be true for you? That you want connection and you want to avoid rejection? I actually laughed at that when I read that, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Arbonne is all about being rejected again and again and again and again and again and again. And we have to learn how to bounce back up and to not take the rejection personally. And I still will never forget hearing Cecilia Stoll say, rejection is God's protection. And it might sound corny, or is that really true? But in many instances, or do you believe that? I actually believe that, because there's people you don't want in your business, and you may not know why you don't want them in your business, but you don't want them in your business. So let's trust that. Okay, so the Marissa Peer, this author, says that there's 3 types of people. In all of her years of 30 years of counseling and doing therapy with people, she's discovered only 3 different types. So the first type is I'm going to turn to it because I want to share this with you guys. The first type is a person who would love to have it all. The person that would love to have it all, they want loving relationships, a great job, financial security, but they can't seem to attain any of these things. So that's the first type of person. They want to have it all, but they can't seem to attain any of those things. The second type of client, she says, is the one who has many of those things, but they're sabotaging themselves in some major or minor ways. It could be different things like addiction, or I don't know. There's all different ways we can sabotage ourselves. And so it could be workaholism, which my husband's in the other room. He might tell you that I'm guilty of that. So workaholism is a way you can sabotage yourself. Cheating, all kinds of things. And also just by the negative thoughts that we have, that things that we keep telling ourselves are sabotaging us. And then the rarest type of client, she says, is the person who does manage to have all those things, that they've worked through their mindset to attain it all, to have the inner peace, the health, the career, the relationship, and they're working on their ability to share it with others. And I feel like actually reading that makes me think this is really something I'm passionate about as a leader in Arbonne, is teaching people, and know this, I am not perfect. I have not arrived in any way, but where I started out in this business and where I am now are drastically different. And they're drastically different because I've committed to the process of working on myself and growing my mindset and getting better. So I like to say that I feel closer to the third type of person, even though I'm not perfect. I do contend to sabotage myself. And I don't want to say, yes, I am the third person, but I feel like learning how to be the third person is how I've been able to get to regional vice president. And so trust me, I've struggled in different areas of my life, just like all of you. But I think that through the journey and through the process, we can find joy and happiness. And I know my husband has said to me many times, Stacy, you've got to be happy first to attract other people to you and to find what you really want. And it's so true. You've got to have that inner peace, that strength to be successful. And not that it comes easy or anything, but so this book is really good. As you guys can tell, I'm excited about it. But so where do you feel like you fall? I'm probably in between the second and the third somewhere. That's where I am, because I do some sabotaging sometimes. But I also know that I've worked really hard to grow my mindset. So let's see here. Where is that? Okay, so I want you to do a little fun exercise. I want you to put your fingers together, like 2 circles, put them together, and I want you to try and pull the fingers apart, okay, as you're saying to yourself, I am super successful and extraordinary. Can you guys say that? Try to pull. I am super successful and extraordinary. Try to pull your fingers apart as you're saying that. I am super successful and extraordinary. Okay, you can hold it together, can't you? Now, I want you to say something else, and you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but I want you to try and do the same thing, but I want you to say the words, I'm a loser, I mess everything up, I'm a loser, I mess everything up. What happens? It's so much easier. Isn't it crazy that all you're doing is saying something out loud, but your brain takes it in? And it's so much easier to hold yourself together when you're saying positive things like I'm super successful and I'm extraordinary. And she says every muscle in your body responds to the words you say and the thoughts that you think. And so she says it works even better if you have another person pull against your closed fingers, okay? So we have to choose to fill our mind with the right words. And in this book I read, your brain doesn't decipher between, like, it's going to do what you say. What the words that come out of your mouth, if you say to yourself, like, I'm an idiot, I always mess up, or, I'm a loser, your brain is going to respond that way. If you tell yourself, I'm confident, I'm successful, I can do anything, your brain is going to listen to you. So she says everything you feel in your body is a result of 2 things. You know how we can get stressed and have like aches and pains, or I don't know, when I get stressed, what do you do when you're stressed, guys? Like, I kind of want to check out myself. What do you do? What do you do when you're stressed? I want to check out, or I want to lay down, or I want to shut the world out. She says, everything you feel is a result of 2 things. It's the pictures you make in your head, those pictures that you make and you see in your head, and also the words that you say to yourself. So everything you feel every day that's going on is because of these pictures and because of words that you're telling yourself. And she says she has clients that, for example, one that had so much anxiety and so much stress, and she would have this client repeat to herself for a whole week, I have phenomenal coping skills. I have phenomenal coping skills. I mean, I could say that to myself. I need to learn better coping skills. Then the second week, I'm laughing because it's true. I think we all do. The second week she said, I have extraordinary coping skills. She had her say it all the time. And the third week she had her say, I have outstanding coping skills. And the difference that it made just in those 3 weeks, in what this woman told herself. And so the author is saying that it takes an average of 10 to 21 days to let go of a belief, or change a belief that you have in your head, and to let a new one become embedded in your head. But we have to actually be intentional. And when I first heard about this stuff years ago, like, I would have to say it took me years to accept this kind of thing. It took me years I used to think this was like hocus pocus. This was like, I can't really change my thoughts just by saying words out loud. And I rejected it for a long time. I thought it was like stupid. That doesn't work. And then I realized the power of declarations and daily speaking words of positivity and saying things out loud. It does make a huge difference. So we can choose, guys, to be critical of ourselves, or we can praise ourselves. And you might be like me. I grew up in a home where I thought, well, it's not really good to praise myself. I want to be humble. I don't want to be full of myself. I'm not asking you to shout to the rooftops to everybody you know how amazing you are, guys. I'm just saying we have got to start praising ourselves and saying these things out loud. And okay, so let me say to you. She says the one thing you can't choose is the effect that negative thoughts have on your mind and your body. The illness, anxiety, and stress that we inadvertently inflict on yourself by giving your mind consistently negative instructions through the use of negative words. That is really crazy, guys. You know, think about how we can change the stress levels in our lives and help it, at least by speaking more positive things. Even if we don't feel like it, we have to choose to say it and to make it a habit. Okay. She says many times we can come from a place of scarcity or thinking maybe about money, like there's never going to be enough, or I don't deserve this. And she's saying that her happiest clients are ones that have learned to retrain their thoughts and to instead of saying, you know, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm not educated, I'm not talented, I'm not attractive, I'm not as outgoing as her. You know, the comparison just robs you of joy so much. Or I don't have enough money, I'm not enough, I'm not valued, I'm never going to be good enough, I don't think I can get to where I want to go in this business. All these crappy things that we tell ourselves. She says her happiest clients are those that have the opposite beliefs. The people that say and believe, I am enough, I'm here with something valuable to offer. And that's really what I want us to develop towards, believing in ourselves, that you do matter. You do have something to offer. Every single person. It doesn't matter what your background, the traumas in your life that you've experienced in the past. The future can be better, and you can help it by choosing the words that you say to yourself. And she says that I thought that was interesting that people, the more successful people had thoughts. It doesn't had better thoughts. And it's not that celebrities or whatever are all happy. She's saying that she's had celebrities in her chair talking to her that were miserable. And they were miserable. They thought they could achieve, and that would bring them happiness, and buying more things and having all these things would make them happy, when in reality, it's how you're feeling. It's how you feel. Do you feel like you're enough? So where was I? And so success does leave clues. It does. And the other thing she was saying that is so powerful in you feeling successful is doing every day what you hate to do first. And think about that with your Arbonne business. Do what you hate to do first. Okay. Do you like asking people to take a look at the business, or asking people to host for you, or asking, these are all disciplines that we have to develop. And I love that daily method of success sheet. And I do, because you can check off that you've done it. And she says, if you can do that first, there's a book that's called Eat the Frog First. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's the same concept, which is don't procrastinate. Do what you know you need to do first, and then you're going to feel successful, and you can reward yourself for doing the thing that you hate to do first. I know Karen has amazing buff muscles, and that wasn't by accident. She got those amazing muscles that everybody compliments her for, and her beautiful figure. It's because she put in the hard work day after day after day to build her muscle. And it's the same thing with your mindset and building a successful business. You got to do the hard thing first. So do what you hate to do first. And she says, you're going to be surprised that you might end up really liking what you do, what you hated to do first. And surprisingly enough, I love to talk to people about the Arbonne business, guys. Like, I really do. It's a passion of mine to share the opportunity with people. And so the more you do it, that you might think you hated it first or you're scared of it, but the more you do it, you might be surprised. I think you will, that you will actually start enjoying sharing this with people. So do the hard thing first. Commit to doing that daily method of success. And she says, you've got to be willing to have delayed gratification. We live in this world, which is so, I've got to have the results now. I've got to make this money instantaneously, especially the young people, right? They have this like entitlement mentality that if it didn't happen yesterday, that it's not going to happen. And or they're not going to stick around. And really, what's the truth in life, guys? The most rewarding feelings that we have actually come through hard work and earning it, doesn't it? The earning it, the process, the pushing through, the perseverance. That's what makes things rewarding. I know I'm going over today, so if you guys need to hop off, I totally understand. I wanted to share this book with you today. But she shared this example of a study done with preschoolers. And with the study, they had a choice. They could either have one marshmallow now or wait an hour and they could have 2 marshmallows. And she said the results were extraordinary. And they found that those that were willing to have that delayed gratification as preschoolers were more likely to score higher on SATs. They rated themselves as greater, having an ability to plan, handle stress, exhibit self-control, and it later on in life. And those people also were more in the category of the rare third person, the I have it all person. And isn't that so interesting, the comparison between being willing to wait and have that delayed gratification, that those people tended to fall into that third category of being, of having it all. So anyways, she says, and I'm going to finish up here, guys, that we act in the way that consistently matches our thinking. We act in the way that consistently matches our thinking. So what are you thinking every day? This is too hard. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I'll never get there. Are you thinking those things? We need to change the mantra in our mind. And the mantra needs to be, as she says, I am enough. I am enough. She says, write it on your mirror. That's in the title of her book. Write it on your mirror. Say it in the shower. Just say it all the time. Put it as a screensaver, or I don't know, write it, have it on your car and sticky notes. You hear so many ENVPs that say they wrote their goals down and posted them everywhere. Or they wrote the positive affirmations down. And the key is to say it out loud and continue that repetition. I am enough. I am enough. I'm always going to be enough. I'll always be enough. And start saying these things out loud. Again, she says it takes 10 to 21 days. Imagine if we could start having that self-praise. You know how we're taught as kids to, when someone says something nice to you, you're like, oh, no, I don't. Or they say, oh, you got a nice shirt. Oh, no, it's not. This whole thing, I got it from the Salvation Army. Or, I don't know, someone compliments you and you deflect it. And she was just saying how that's actually not good. We've got to be willing to take compliments and thank them and accept the praise. And we can't rely on other people to make us happy. You know, she's saying if you're feeling like you're missing love in your life, be more loving to yourself. If you're feeling like you need more praise in your life, praise yourself. And she says also to play this empowering music. And it really is about taking responsibility for our thoughts and the way we think. And instead of calling ourselves morons and losers and idiots or whatever, she says change it to, oh, you silly Billy, or, oh, like I know someone that says, oh, I did another Donna thing, Donna, she says. So she's not like saying some horrible word. She's just like saying, oh, I messed up, but she's doing it in a nice way. So we have to be kind to ourselves, and we have to choose to praise ourselves every day and take responsibility for our thought life. And so what song can you play every day that's going to be empowering to you? Play it. And everything, all of our actions that we take start with the thoughts that we have. And she says the most successful people weren't praised the most. They didn't have the best childhood, or it's not that they lacked trauma in their life. She says that they learned to master the art of praising themselves. So I just want to end with that and say, you know, I know we all can do this. It's made such a difference for me to say positive things out loud and to speak them. And the key is to make it a habit, because when you make something a habit, then the habit makes you. If you make it a habit to praise yourself and say, I am enough, I am worthy, I can do this, it's inevitable. I'm successful. I mean, start writing those I am statements, but even if you just started with the words, I am enough, and say it many times a day and post it everywhere, it's going to form a new habit, and it's going to start convincing your brain to believing it, that you are enough, and you're going to act in that manner. So thank you guys. I know I talked longer today, but I really just felt this book was really powerful and a great review of a reminder of, gosh, we can't just like think we're magically going to believe in ourselves and be enough. We have to choose to tell ourselves these things. And when you combine that with action and telling yourself these things, you're unstoppable. So thanks for joining me today on another Lunch and Learn. Happy May. And I cannot wait to see you guys in Vegas. And I'm going to be posting a virtual event coming up real soon for you to invite guests to. There is a virtual Ultimate Facial coming up after GTC, which I believe is May 28th, that Toy Step is doing. So get your samples out ready now to invite people to watch that.
Hey, Stacey.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to mention that earlier this morning I posted a Debbie Neal SoundCloud on
I saw that.
Mountain Movers. If anybody has a chance to watch or listen to that today, it was so awesome. So try and listen to it today if you can, because you'll want to listen early in the month.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear it. I'm definitely going to listen to it. Thank you, Amy.
Yep.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye. Thanks, Stace.
Yeah.